Someone tried to outsmart you, but fell in a deeper hole. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone tried to outsmart you, but fell in a deeper hole. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you won't outsmart me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, you won't outsmart me. Now, the reason why us chosen ones cannot be outsmarted is because we are led by the Spirit, family. Okay? Drop that down below in the comments too, led by the Spirit, right? But we are led by the Spirit, y'all. We are led by our discernment, our God-given intuition. We are led by our divine dreams and divine visions. We are led by a divine source. It's bigger than us, right? It's bigger than us. It's not to say that we are perfect because, y'all, we are imperfect beings like everybody else. We sin just like everybody else, right? However, when you have been chosen, you have a higher purpose, cause, and mission in this life, all right? And so with that being said, y'all, those who are trying to outsmart you so they can harm you, destroy you, those who are trying to outsmart you so they can take advantage of you, right? Hurt your business, hurt your heart, break you, whatever the case is, y'all. Be narcissistic towards you, which is a form of mental and emotional abuse. Understand something, y'all. They won't be able to outsmart you because you're going to see it miles away. All right? You're going to see their BS miles away. You know, y'all, people go wrong when they don't have discernment, God-given intuition, that Spirit leading them. You know why? Because they don't have no type of guidance. They don't have no roadmap, no GPS, no navigation system. They just out here. So when people come into their lives, they're not able to detect whether they're good for them or not. In other words, y'all, they don't utilize their wisdom because they're not open to it, or some people just lack it, right? Y'all ever seen a person who tried to get over on someone? Maybe they've been trying to get more money from them. Maybe they've been trying to get more time, more energy from them. They're trying to get more than they are actually putting into that person, place, or thing. And then they end up losing in the end. Let me give y'all an example. It may be a crazy, funny example, but y'all, when I was a kid, and sometime as an adult, I would go in my siblings' bag, or even some of my friends, like those who are like considered to be brothers, where we have that relationship. But if we have some fries in there, y'all know we all try to get the bag we try to get the cup with the most fries, right? However, as we're getting the cup with the most fries, we done already went inside that bag and we done took about 2, 3, 4 fries, right? However, once we get the one that we thought had the most in it, we realize that, dang, we lost. Because guess what? The other one actually had more in it. But we was trying to be funny. We was trying to be slick, Or maybe you get that, you try to weigh out the one that got the most food in it. And since it feel a little heavier, you snatched that one. And the whole time, the other one got more food in it. We lost anyway, fell into a deeper hole. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that sometimes people end up playing themselves, okay, because they're trying to outsmart a person. Just because they back turn, you try to take something, you still end up taking the wrong thing. Just because a person is over here talking, you try to steal something, end up stealing the wrong thing. See, one thing I love that Marlon Wayans had said is that you can try to recreate the Wayans, comedy. You can try to recreate the Wayans movies and stuff like that. But when a person actually tastes it, they're going to say, nah, this ain't the Wayans, right? And see, I look at that very similar to this. You can try to steal something, but guess what? It's not going to be exactly what you thought it was once you get it in your possession. Why? Because you're going to outsmart yourself and not outsmart the other person. It won't be exactly what you thought it was. It's going to be something totally different. You played yourself. So what I'm simply saying, y'all, is that person, yeah, they tried to outsmart you, but they fell into a deeper hole. They fell into a deeper hole. And that's what's eating them up, y'all. That is what's eating them up. But with that being said, family, y'all can see we are outside connecting with nature in the park. Now today is a little bit more cool, calm, and collective. Exactly how I like it, honestly, y'all. Y'all see the waterfall behind me. I know y'all just seen me earlier with that bug getting in my ear. When you in nature, y'all, listen, y'all, it's free for all. One of my videos, I had a little thing. Y'all know the things that be in the tree, hanging in my beard. I mean, leaves be falling, but that's the whole beauty of nature, right? Just staying connected. Staying connected. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Stay connected, all right? But yeah, family, it's pretty much more peaceful out here today. How I love it, how I like it. But here we are, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, y'all. So here's how you know someone tried to outsmart you but fell into a deeper hole. Number one, y'all, they become defensive or have avoidant behavior. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they become defensive or have avoidant behavior. Let's just speak about, the act of being defensive before we talk about avoidant behavior. When a person is defensive, it's because what they are doing or what they've tried did not work, okay? Or what they're doing, you actually recognize it. And people become very defensive. For instance, if a person steals something from you and you question them about it, let's just say they stole $10 from you. And you say, hey man, you see my $10? You ain't even coming at them. You just asking them a sincere question. Because guess what? Maybe they were around. Maybe you want them to help you. Whatever the case is, you asked a sincere question. Man, I ain't got your $10. What you talking about? You see what I'm saying, y'all? They become very defensive. They're trying to outsmart you by lying to you. They're trying to outsmart you by defending themselves, not realizing that they're making themselves a bigger target. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You are a target, okay? You are a target when you become defensive. You go inside the interrogation room, right? The interrogation room, and you talking about, hey man, I ain't seen Michael. I don't know what happened. Hey man, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, man, hey, they be doing it over there. You trying to take the light off of you by being defensive. The reason why is because you know that you are not outsmarting these individuals, these people, this entity. It's not working, okay? And so when you talk about avoidant behavior, this is when people avoid the question. They avoid your face. They avoid, being around in your presence. They avoid you on purpose, all right? Because they don't want to be, questioned. They don't want to be in that hot seat, right? When a person know they've been doing wrong, they don't want to be around a person who's going to call them out. That's why everybody can't watch my content. It's not to say I'm just sitting here calling out people just to call them out. No, y'all. My content is about seeking. My content is about, finding. My content is about waking up the people, waking up the lost, letting people know who they are. Some people don't want to see who they are. Some people don't want to wake up. Some people don't want to become better. I force people with my content to change, right? I force people with my content to change. Everybody don't want that, which means, Reno, you cool and all, you handsome and everything, you all right, but I can't watch you, bro. I can't watch you, sweetheart. I just can't watch you. Why is that? Because of the avoidant behavior. They will avoid me. I make people see the truth. I make people see the truth within themselves. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? So when you have that, you got to realize, y'all, that they're going to try to outsmart you. And this is a way of knowing. Avoidant behavior. Whenever you walk in the room, they walk out. Whenever you're talking, they're trying to figure out a way to get you to stop talking or walk around you so they don't have to hear your wise words. A fool will always despise wisdom, okay, that comes from the wise. And it's even recommended that if you don't detect knowledge coming from their lips, then it's best for you to go from their presence. Leave away from their presence, y'all. Point blank period. Number 2, it's gonna be this right here, y'all. Change in strategy. All right. Change in strategy. Change in strategy. We see this a lot, y'all, with sports, where they got to call an audible on the play, or in basketball when they got to switch up the offense or switch up the defense because it's not working. You can tell when the person knows that they're not outsmarting you because they're going to change their strategy. So, for instance, a cheater is going to operate off of you. They're not going to cheat how they want to. They're going to cheat how you allow them to. I just dropped the gem. Let me say it once again. A cheater is not going to cheat how they want to. At least the smart ones. They're going to cheat how you allow them to, which means they're going to cheat around your schedule. They're going to cheat around your routine. They're going to cheat around what you do in the daytime and the nighttime. They're going to cheat around how you think, okay? They're not going to do anything out of the ordinary. So, with this being said, if lying has been working, then they're going to continue lying. But if that does not work, if that strategy has become stale, then you know what? I'm going to stop lying and now I'm going to start manipulating. Yeah, I'm going to start manipulating you into thinking that by you asking me a question is wrong and you're insecure. So they may use words like you being insecure. They may use words like, do you trust me? Making you second guess your intuition and your discernment. You follow what I'm saying? Somebody drop in the comments and say, don't second guess nothing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, don't second guess nothing. However, y'all, it's only them changing their strategy. It's because they are not successful at outsmarting you. All right? They're continuously trying to outsmart you by changing their strategy. They can't do it. Think about it, y'all. When you think about iPhone, okay, it has never been a full out 100% product. It has not been a full out improved product. We started with the iPhone 1 and now we are here on the iPhone 16. Reno, what are you saying right now? If it was good the first time or if it was correct the first time, we'll only have one iPhone. But guess what? Every time there's something that they have changed. Every time it's something that they have improved. Every time it is something that they have built up, right? Why? Because that is a sign that they're trying to outsmart the people. What's different about this iPhone 15 and the iPhone 16? The only difference is a camera. How many people are taking professional pictures? Not so many people, okay? Especially not to have it on your phone. What I'm saying, y'all, is that when a person is changing up the strategy, they're doing that to outsmart you. And oftentimes, y'all, it is because the other strategy that they were using, the previous strategy that they were using, was not working. It was not working. So I got to improve my game. I got to improve my rap. It's no different, y'all, from a man who's trying to date or court this woman, right? He's trying to date or court this woman. If she's not going for the game that he's putting out there, he gonna switch it up until he can no longer use it, and now he got to move on to the next person, you know, and vice versa. But people change the strategy when they're not able to outsmart you. However, they fall into a deeper hole. All right. Number 3, y'all, frustration and anger. Frustration and anger. This reminds me, y'all, of when a person is in a boxing ring or when a person is fighting somebody, whether it's martial arts or, you know, whatever the case is. If you can't touch that person, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get angry. And you're going to try to outsmart them, but you're going to fall into a deeper hole. You know why? Because your game is all off. Your reflexes are all off. And the training as well as the development that you have had is not working. Why? Because you're frustrated and angry. When a person is mad, they can't think clear. Y'all remember when Lil Wayne said in the song, I'm single, he said, she's so pissed off, she ain't even spelling ish right. Right? She ain't spelling nothing right because she's frustrated and angry. The point of what I'm saying, y'all, is that when you're frustrated and angry, you're not able to think clearly and think with a clarified mind. Okay? So this means that someone, that person, that individual, that business, that place, they tried to outsmart you but fell into a deeper hole by becoming frustrated as well as angry. Right? You ever seen a person who is a certified liar get mad? Yeah, y'all, they mad because they're frustrated and angry that they can't outsmart you or even convince you anymore. It don't work no more, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. It doesn't work anymore. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it doesn't work anymore. Number 4, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. Loss of confidence. Yep, loss of confidence. So if you are, going back to it, boxer or a martial artist, you're going to lose your confidence after you get angry and frustrated and realize that it's not working. But this is a sign that they have fell into a deeper hole. They have lost their confidence. If you lose your confidence, you lose your reward. Let me say that once again, y'all. If you lose your confidence, then you lose your reward, which means you have lost the opportunity of being able to succeed in anything. You have lost your opportunity of being able to be rewarded for your gift, your talent, your hard works, your skill set. You forfeited it. Loss of confidence is a clear sign that the person who tried to outsmart you have fell into a deeper hole. If you walk up to multiple people, and let's get outside the dating world. If you walk up into a job and you go into another one and another one and another one and another one, and they all have rejected you, if you don't have that mental stability and that confidence to say, you know what, that's just not the opportunity that God has for me, you're going to lose your confidence. You're going to lose that confidence. Why? Because rejection will drain you of your power if you allow it to. And so that is a clear indication that some people, they've tried to outsmart you, but they fell into a deeper hole. See, when you lose that confidence, you only are falling into a deeper hole because now the next person you walk up to, the next opportunity you get, the next relationship you have, the next marriage you have, you're not able to show up 100% because you don't have the confidence to. That's why certain people shouldn't pray for certain opportunities if they don't have the confidence to maintain it. If they don't have the confidence to keep it sustained. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? They have lost their confidence. This is how you know they tried to outsmart you, but they fell actually into a deeper hole. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be defeat, all right? I made this last for a reason. Defeat. Defeat, y'all, is a mental thing, okay? Defeat is when you have said, my anger, my frustration has not allowed me to win. I don't have confidence. I don't believe in myself. I don't feel like I'm him or her anymore. I'm just defeated. See, the thing is, y'all, you can never be defeated if you don't quit. But those who are defeated are those who actually have quit it. Reno, what are you saying right now? They are in a moment and in a mind state of defeat because they keep trying to outsmart you, but they're only digging themselves into a deeper hole. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? When you take a person who's a professional fighter and they get hit a few times and a couple times they get kicked around and nothing they're doing is working, they're going to have a mind state of defeat. You take a football team who've been trying their best plays and everything they do is getting washed up, that's a sign of defeat. We seen it, y'all, within the Super Bowl. What happened in the Super Bowl, y'all, with the Eagles and the Chiefs? The Chiefs had been defeated mentally. They lost that momentum. And once you lose momentum, you feel defeated. So at first, y'all, they had momentum. At first, y'all, they had the energy. At first, they had the mindset. At first, they had it. But once they realized that nothing they could do or nothing that they did could actually work, it drove them into a deeper hole. And it was simply because of their defeat. So when people feel defeated, y'all, after trying to lie to you, harm you, destroy you, or anything like that, y'all, that's a clear indication that they tried to outsmart you, but it didn't work and they fell into a deeper hole, all right? But with that being said, y'all already know how we do. As we conclude this video, y'all be sure to check out any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, and of course, y'all be sure to check out any one of my books. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.